Hello friends, welcome to Linux administration. So friends, in this lecture we would be understanding about an OpenSSH. So what is an OpenSSH, what are the features with OpenSSH, and also how we can control OpenSSH by doing modification in its configuration file. So all these things we would be understanding in this lecture. So friends, what is an OpenSSH? So OpenSSH is the premium connectivity tool for remote logging with the SSH protocol. Here we need to understand SSH is a protocol and OpenSSH is a set of computer programs that uses the SSH protocol. So we'll come on that. So basically OpenSSH, it encrypts all traffic to eliminate any hackers or any other attacks. In addition, OpenSSH provides a large suite of security, tunneling capabilities, and also several authentication methods and sophisticated configuration options. OpenSSH suites consist of the following tools like remote operations using SSH, SCP, and STP. We can do with OpenSSH. So these are the suites of a OpenSSH package. And key management, like you can use SSH keygen. You can use SSH scan, and the service side consists of SSHD, SFTP, dash server, or SSH agent. So all these are the OpenSSH suites. So friends, let me again try to explain what is an OpenSSH. OpenSSH is a free open source set of computer tools used to provide secure and encrypted communication over a computer network by using the SSH protocol. Many people new to the computers and protocols create a misconception about OpenSSH. They think that it is a protocol, but in reality it is not. It is a set of computer programs that uses the SSH protocol. The most important reason why should use OpenSSH tool over FTP and Telnet. FTP and Telnet, these are the tools which can be used to communicate from client to your server and vice versa, but the communication is not your encrypted form. If you want the communication should be secure and encrypted, then you would be using SCP, you would be using SSH. Okay, so this is what it is trying to tell. The most important reason why we should OpenSSH tool over to FTP and Telnet is that all communication and user credentials using OpenSSH are encrypted. They are also protected from man-in-the-middle attacks. If a third party tries to intercept your connection, OpenSSH detects it and inform you about that. So these are the features of OpenSSH. So basically, for communication purpose between the two servers, we would always use OpenSSH. It is a set of the programs that uses SSH protocol. If I say SSH, it always works on port number 22. You can change the port as per your requirement, but by default the port is 22. So what are some features of OpenSSH? You can read it out: secure communications, strong encryptions. So these are the few encryption methods I have mentioned in this PPT. You can just go through and have a knowledge about that. Port forwarding, we have encrypted channels for legacy protocols. So these are the few things which we need to keep in our mind if somebody will ask you what is OpenSSH features. So at least you have 2-3 points in your tip so that you can tell the communication should be secure, and basically it is used to provide encryption, and encryption methods are that. So friends, these are the few things we have to keep in our mind. Okay, and the next is how we can control the OpenSSH options by doing modification in your SSHD configuration file. As we know that the configuration file of OpenSSH, it is in /etc/ssh/sdd ssd_config. So the first thing is disable root login. By default you can see SSH to the server as root. It is best not to allow root to log in directly to the servers. So what basically it is trying to say? It is saying that logging to a server via root is not recommended at all. Reason being, if there are so many users and if they are trying to log in as a root on a server, so what will happen? It would be difficult to trace out who has used root login and logged into the servers. So you try to understand what I mean to say that. Suppose I have 5 users in my organization and I have given root credential to all of them and ask them you have to do some administrative task on the servers. So what the 5 people will do, they have a different laptops. From there they will connect to the servers, and all will be using root login to the servers. So while logging to the server as a root, 5 users, they are doing some administrative tasks. Maybe there are few persons, they have done some hazards on the servers, they have some changes on the configurations. So it would be difficult to trace out which person has used root logged in and done some mistake on the servers. They have done some changes on the servers, they have done some configuration changes, they have done some cluster configuration changes, and which has become some outage and something bad on the servers. So at that point it would be difficult to trace out which person has logged in as a root. We have 5 person, we don't know which person has used root as a logged in. So the best practice is that we never logged in to a Linux server as a root. It is not recommended at all. We always logged into a server as a normal user, and once the user logged into a server as a normal user, it can use sudoers file sudo access to elevate his privilege from normal to root access. Now in that case, if that user, normal user who has become a root user, first he logged into the server as a normal user, and then he elevated his privilege from normal to root users and done some changes on the server. So in that case, it would be very easy for an administrator to trace out which user has logged into the server as a root. Okay, so here we can find out, okay, that is the person, okay, this is a normal user, he logged in and then he elevated his privilege from normal to root, and he has done those changes. So that would be easy to trace out. So this is what it is trying to tell: disable root login. So by default you can use SSH to the server as a root. It is best not to allow root to log in directly to the server. Instead you should log in to the system as your account and then use su-dash to log in as a root to elevate your privilege. So for that we have to do some changes in your main configuration file of your OpenSSH. The configuration file is your etc ssh ssd config, and here you have to use this. There would be option permit root login. You have to put no here. So what will happen if anybody will try to log into a server as a root? It will deny you. So friends, this is the one options. So as of now we have understand about OpenSSH, its features, and how we can do modification to control the OpenSSH. So friend, that's all for this sessions. In the next lecture we would be understanding more about OpenSSH. So thanks for watching. If you have time, please join with me in the next session. Thanks.